Hey there, Sharon. Yeah, we've got lots to talk about in the weather department this evening. A pretty calm day overall. We're getting a look from Mount Wilson tonight. You're going to see a little bit of cloud cover out there. Clear conditions for the most part, but I will tell you we're bracing for those winds. In fact, already looking at a wind watch and a wind advisory, not in effect currently, but going into effect in the next couple of days. We're actually looking at two wind events, one taking place Thursday into Friday. That's tomorrow night into Friday. The next one taking place Friday into Saturday. So we're going to break that all down for you coming up in a little bit, but do want to show you wind speeds out there fairly calm. We're not looking at any wind quite yet, but we are expecting it. So more on exactly when the wind's going to come, how strong it's going to be, where it's going to be, all coming up in a little bit. But temperature-wise this evening, we're into the 30s, 40s, and 50s, 37 in Palmdale, 44 in Santa Clarita, and 55 in San Pedro. So more on that wind we're expecting and your extended forecast into the weekend coming up in just a little bit. Rick and Sharon, back to you.
All right.
Well, let's hope there's not much more debris because we do have some more wind coming, right?
That's the thing. You might even want to wait because you might get a little bit more as we head to the next few days. We could see damaging winds.
Really?
But I do want to let you know it's not going to be nearly as bad as what we saw on December 1st, the big event, that big wind event that we were just picking up the pieces from. It's not going to be as bad, but don't want to take away from the fact that we will see a wind event and it could potentially cause damage to your neighborhood. So we're going to have a little more on what we can expect over the next couple of days coming up in a little bit. We do want to show you what's going on out there outside. And as we do, we will take you back outside to Santa Monica. We're actually getting a look from our Saddle Peak camera overlooking the Santa Monica Bay, overlooking the pier right there in the distance. You'll see the Ferris wheel there. And we are looking at pretty nice conditions, but pretty cool conditions. Below average temperatures today, and we're going to continue to keep it below average as we head into the next few days. You're going to see wind watches and wind advisories in effect, not currently in effect, but eventually going into effect as we head into the next couple of days because the winds are slated to pick up. Haven't picked up quite yet, but again, as we head to tomorrow evening into Friday, and Friday into Saturday, two separate wind events coming our way. For now, though, temperatures only got up to about 61 degrees in downtown. Average is 67, so about the same as yesterday. We were below average. Low pressure starting to move back into Southern California, and as it does, that offshore flow is going to continue to develop, and with that, we are expecting windy conditions. Again, two rounds of wind coming our way. First one coming tomorrow, next one coming on Friday, and again, we are saying that damaging winds are certainly possible. We do have those watches and advisories already in effect, but again, it won't be nearly as big of an event compared to where we were just the other week. You'll see over the next 24 hours, we're getting down to the 40s, up into the 50s first thing in the morning, and by the time we head into the afternoon hours, we're hitting 61 degrees again. Not a big change in temperature, still staying below average, and that's going to be the case at least for tomorrow for the valleys in the Inland Empire. Remember, the wind slated to pick up tomorrow night, and we're going to see the windiest conditions through passes, canyons, the mountains, the Santa Clarita Valley expected to get hit with this one as well. Friday into Saturday, we're also expecting breezy to windy conditions as another wind event comes our way Friday night into Saturday with cooler and calmer conditions as we head into Sunday and Monday. We'll have your forecast for the basin and the beaches coming up in a little bit. Rick and Sharon, back to you.
All right.
And we'll let you know if the flakes are going to fall anytime soon. I will tell you windy pretty soon. We'll have more on your entire forecast coming up right after the break.
How about snow? We had a little bit of snow up in our mountains, right, Evelyn?
Yeah, we did.
That's not going to continue, I guess? Or?
We just got a few inches, and there was a chance maybe a flurry or two because we do have low pressure diving through. And with that, just looks like it's going to be more of a wind event than anything else. You'll see our Sierra cam this evening showing you a little bit of cloud cover with mostly clear skies. We're seeing night sky out there. We're also feeling very cool temperatures, 47 degrees right here at the Broadcast Center in Studio City. So we've got a wind watch kicking in, wind advisory kicking in. Still not in effect. It's not windy out there yet, but heading into tomorrow night, into the overnight hours, early morning hours, we are expecting the winds to pick up into Friday, and we're actually expecting two rounds of winds. First round tomorrow into Friday, next round Friday into Saturday. So it's going to be a pretty windy end of the week, first part of the weekend. Expecting winds between 25 and 35 miles an hour with wind gusts up to about 60 miles an hour. Speaking of 60, temperatures only getting into the 60s today. 61 in downtown, average is 67, so we were below average for this time of year and keeping things that way for a little while here. Low pressure diving in. With that, the offshore flow is actually going to pick up. We're going to see those windy conditions. And again, not as big as that wind event we saw just on the 1st, but still expecting damaging winds, especially in the mountains and spots like the Santa Clarita Valley. We're expecting especially windy conditions. Over the next 24 hours, we're down to the 40s, up to 50 first thing in the morning. And by the afternoon, we're up into the 60s. You'll see right here Santa Monica up to 60, Palmdale a chillier 54, and Woodland Hills up to 61 degrees. So keeping conditions pretty cool and certainly clear, at least mostly clear for now. And getting a look at your forecast, a couple things happening. Low pressure diving in. And with that, again, we are expecting to see pretty windy conditions as we head into the next couple of days here. Again, 2 separate wind events. The first one kicking in tomorrow, the next one kicking in as we head into the first part of your weekend. So your 5-day forecast, remember, we are looking at the windy conditions, breezy to windy Friday into Saturday and late tomorrow as well. We're also expecting clear conditions and just a tiny bit of a warm up into the first part of the weekend with a bit of a cool down Sunday into Monday. We'll have your forecast for the coast coming up in the 9 o'clock hour. Back to you.